Well, as normal. Interruptions, dogs barking, phones ringing, eyes leaking. But you know what? I'm still going to find the joy in the day. I've talked about it a million times, and it's called reverse. And it's a brightening. It literally does kind of brighten your skin. Okay. I've had a couple of hectic days this week, and I still managed to just step back, take a breath, and just breathe. And what other commitments? Right now, my mind is going blank. I'm going to go take care of that. Okay, hi everybody. Well, this is the third time I've tried to film this, so maybe the third time's the charm. Welcome to my channel, and for those of you returning, my subscribers, hello, welcome, and I appreciate you so much. And for those of you that are new, I hope you enjoy this, and if you do, hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it. Today I'm going to talk about putting on a Grammy face, a Noni face, a Nana face, a Grandma face, whatever your endeared name is. I'm going to talk about that, because even though we're not out there in that community of mommy face, most of us have been mommies, and now we're grannies, and so we can still have a very youthful looking face, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. Putting on a youthful looking face and talking about having some youthful, healthy hair. So, quickly, I just want to say that I have been doing really good with my New Year's commitments, not resolutions, but commitments, and I kind of psyched myself up this year by putting down a couple of things that I always routinely and constantly do, because I just thought it would psych my mind into thinking, oh great, I can at least get through the first few days of these new commitments and not be disappointed that I failed. And the first one, of course, is make my bed. And I do make my bed all the time. And I'm going to share a book with you that I have been reading, and it's written by an Admiral who was a Navy SEAL, and it's called Make Your Bed. And I will list that information below. It's a great quick little read, and it's just about him and his training and why it's important to make your bed, because it is a task done and accomplished, and it's just a great book. But anyways, drinking more water. And I've gotten back into making sure that I stay committed to that, because I know that, sorry, I still have issues with allergies and a leaky eye. I know that drinking more water is really good for me all over. It really does keep you hydrated, and so if it's hydrating on the inside, it's got to be illuminating on the outside. During the holidays, I think we go through the phase where we're running around, we're off schedule, we're not sleeping like our normal routine pattern. We're very busy. We're running here, we're running there, we're staying up late, and we may not be paying attention to the simple things that we normally do, like drinking our water or taking care of our skin. And maybe we've had more nights than we care to really realize just wiping makeup off and not even paying attention to skin. So I always notice sometimes during that time of year I have more problematic issues, and I'm sorry, I just the allergies for me today were bad. So my skin gets a little bit problematic, and I try to work on it. I'm always just so dedicated to cleaning my skin and taking good care of my skin, and I, like everybody else, do the same thing. I get busy, I don't eat the right foods, I quit drinking my water, and then of course there's just issues that you have to deal with. So I've been very committed to making sure that I cleanse my face thoroughly morning and night, and I'm really paying attention to what I want to concentrate on. My skin has been scaly, more pores clogged, and just dullness. So I'm trying to work on the brightness, and I use Reverse by Rodan & Fields, and it really works on those sun faded spots, brown spots, and it's just a good skin regimen for me. Now, you pick a skin regimen that works for you. There are so many that can work, but I do really believe that what's important is to wash your face, tone it, and then moisturize it. And I really don't think that there's any of those 3 steps that you can avoid. Now, if your skin is super sensitive, then you may not be able to use an astringent, but there are so many different sprays that you can use to hydrate your skin and make it feel like that revitalizing, and get that feel to your skin just by using a spray if your skin is super sensitive and you can't use any type of toner. But I am also concentrating on using less heavy makeup, which I tend to probably use more during the holiday season because there's more activity, more things going on, dress up more and go out more, so you tend to wear more full face makeup. So I am really trying to stay as light as I can, but with just that comfortable coverage that you still looks like it's your skin in its natural state, and to keep it bright. So one of my favorite products to use is Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer. This stuff is great. I love it. And it has SPF 50, and it's really and I just, let me see, it's in the light version for me, but what I do is I happen to use this brush, and it's by It Cosmetics also, and it's just this triangular shape. And what I like to do with this is I just put a squirt on the top of my hand, I rub it around, and I stipple it on all over, and then once I just have it all over, then I just take the circular motions and go around. This brush is super soft, and it just does a great job of blending this product into my skin, and yet it covers, and it's a moisturizer, and yet it lets your natural skin show through, but it really gives you an even tone. I just love this stuff. I know this is my second tube, and my skin just feels very breathable, so I really like this. And so this is all I've really been using since the beginning of the year, outside of maybe one time in particular. I think I went and used my I put full coverage makeup on. So that's what I have on today. Next is I follow it up with this Dior Forever powder, and I use a brush from Japanese. This is a powder brush. It just goes on so well. I use this in my T-zone area a lot. I mean, you know, after I put on my moisturizer, I use this all over my face to set, and it's a beautiful powder. I love it. It's for a compact. This powder actually has like a velvety feel to it, and I just love the way it does it. It covers and it gives my skin a nice finish, but it doesn't clog my pores the way a lot of compact powders do, and it doesn't look powdery or cakey. And I think that this is a very beautiful powder. And like I said, this is Dior Forever, and it just feels good on your skin. And I noticed that when I use this as a setting powder, I really don't have to powder very much throughout the day. I guess today's kind of a Dior day because I went with my all-time favorite Rosy Glow, and that's what I have on today. And then I do have both the Charlotte Tilbury and Anastasia brow pencil, and I went ahead and just used the what did I use today? I think I used, oh, it's right here. I used the Dior Iconic Over Curl Mascara. I love this. This is a great mascara. And I just have one coat on. I have no shadows on. I did put a little bit of setting powder under my eyes. And because, also, let me just retract a little bit. After I applied my Bye Bye foundation moisturizer, this is Tatasha in this little, it's supposed to be like a little pearl moonlight, and under my eyes, what I do is I take a very teeny tiny amount just on the pad of my finger, and I rub them both together, just kind of warm it up, and then just tap it all the way under my eyes and just let it set. It does a great job in trying to mask some of those dark circles. Oh, this stuff is great, and honestly, this is going to last a long time because a very little bit goes a long way. And then I set it just with a little bit of powder underneath my eyes that I have by also It Cosmetic, that does not settle into the fine lines, and just a teeny tiny bit, because like I said, I've been having this issue with allergies in my eyes. So that's all I put on. And then I use the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk to line my lips and fill them in, and then I followed it with City Lips gloss, and it's just a very light, easy, simple face look, and it really lets the natural look of your own skin come through when you use something like this, because it gives you coverage, but it's not packed down coverage. And I am, going to admit that even during the holidays, instead of paying attention to what I needed to pay attention to in my skin, I was doing more cover up just to, oh, let's just block this and let's just block this and block that. So back on track, taking care of my skin. I'm doing a couple of facial masks a week to concentrate on my pores, and just really trying to hydrate with coconut oil spray, any kind of hydrating moisturizer, especially anything I can use a little bit heavier at night. And the next thing I wanted to talk about is good health for your hair. Now, as you know, sorry, I need to get a drink. I just wanted to mention a few things about good health for your hair. I transitioned to my natural hair color. It's been a couple of years now, and I have several videos talking about that, and I love to talk about it because I have had a lot of communication back and forth with a lot of people who have been encouraged by the videos, are in the process of either transferring over, I can't believe this. Take 4. I had a little mic down. I try to use a mic because I know a couple of people said they had a hard time hearing me, and I had it down on the table, and I'm sure I did a lot of banging around in that last video, so when I edit it, I will try to edit all of that off. But like I was saying, we'll talk about hair health. Now, I transitioned a couple of years ago to my natural color gray, and I have had so many positive comments from the videos that I've done, and just you know, some men and mostly women who are at that stage where they want to and they can't decide, or what's it going to be like, and so they're encouraged by listening to videos that other people have gone through, some of the things that they've done. And like I said, I've done a couple of videos about that, but I don't want to just not talk about it anymore, because I still have that gray hair transition, and you know, as time goes on, you just get more and more gray. And how do I like it? You know, I love it. I love having my natural hair color. Why? Because, well, just for many reasons. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just am not supposed to do this video. Oh. Okay, I'm so sorry. I guess I'm not supposed. Okay. I have to yell. Sorry. I'll edit it out. Chloe! I don't think I'm supposed to do this video, but here we go again. Hair health. Trying to find my joy. You know, I love the fact that I no longer have to dye my hair. And the reason being, okay, my hair is so much healthier now than it was, you know, when I was dyeing it. No matter how much I conditioned it, no matter what treatments I used, because I had spent years and years and years dyeing, bleaching, stripping my hair, it never could stay in a healthy state. And I honestly, about the last 5 years before I stopped dyeing it, I was giving myself really deep conditioning coconut treatments, and I think that helped my hair immensely. But I believe that the natural sheen to my hair is back. I have much more luster. It's more manageable, and you know, it's just cleaner, healthier, and nicer hair. And I love that I don't have to waste time and money going to get it done between every 3.5 to 4 weeks. And it really started to get to be a big problem, because I could no longer keep these side points here with the color not coming out after about 10 days. It just, that hair there for some reason on me became just resistant to the color, no matter what my hairstylist did. And so my scalp feels better. There were times sometimes that the treatment for the dye would be so harsh that I would get, like, it seemed like little sores sometimes on my head. And I just love having the freedom of not dyeing my hair. And if that's one point I can talk about in this video about healthy hair, that is the freedom that you have by not being a slave to hair dye. Whether you do it at home or you go and have it professionally done, yeah, it's so much better to go and have it done because you're not doing it. You're not putting up with the mess. You know, the harshness of all that dye on your skin, sometimes I would have to scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub the dye off of my skin, and it seemed like it would fade into my skin and last for a few days. Gone. That is totally gone, and I just have this sense of freedom. It's just this great sense of freedom, and it's a scary thing to do. And for those of you that think it's not a big deal, it is a courageous thing to do, and it's a difficult thing to do, but it is a thing to do that just brings you a lot of inner peace, because I think you come to terms with really who you are and what you are and how you were really made to look or be. And it's not for everybody. And there are so many women who can transition to a full head of hair, gray or silver, at a very young age. I know I ran into a gal not too long ago, and she was younger than I am right now, but she said she has always had a head of silver hair from her 30s. Never dyed it. So she really had pure virgin hair. So I just want to talk about hair health, and for me, it doesn't matter what shampoo, conditioner that you're using. It has to be one that's good for your scalp, good for your hair, and that your skin agrees with. I have very sensitive skin, and certain conditioners can just eat up my skin in this tender area behind my ears, on my neck, around my hairline. I have a lot of issues with that, so I know what I have to do to treat it. I have to keep it very moisturized, but I have oily hair, like I have oily skin, and so sometimes that combination can just really make my hair very oily. So find a shampoo that works for you. Find a conditioner that works for you, and it's good to switch them off. So I'll use the same shampoo maybe 2 or 3 times in a row, and then I'll switch off to a different set of shampoo conditioner because I think it's good for your hair. I think it just acts differently. And also find something that you can really, like I have a shampoo. I use the Monet shampoo and products, but I have something that's really clarifying, that really gets in there and cleans your scalp and cleans your hair and gets rid of all, any excess debris that you might have on, whether it's, if you use hairspray or mousse or this or that. And it's just a good feeling on your, and plus I use hair masks that I keep on my hair for a couple of hours while I run around and clean the house, and then get back in the shower and wash it out. I think that's important, just like it's important for your skin to clean it and get everything till it feels really good. I think it's important to do the same thing for your hair. And along those lines, I have found, since I'm not dyeing my hair, and it may be with some of the products that I'm using, I do not have to wash my hair as frequently as I used to, like almost every single day. I do not put a hot iron on my hair every single day like today. Today will be day 3 that I have not washed it, so I can just throw it up now because it's a little bit longer, and that's fine for me. And then on day 4, when I wash it again, then I will use a blow dryer to dry it, because I have this uneven natural wave to my hair and I like to blow my hair out, and that's when I'll use my hot iron. So if I have to use my hot iron the second day or my flat iron, I just have to maybe straighten a few strands. So I'm not putting the intense heat on my hair anymore. And one of my big secrets, guys, for healthy hair, listen, silk pillowcase. And it has to be 100% silk pillowcase. It's great for your skin and it's great on your hair. I mean, I don't know what it is, but you know, it just, first of all, it feels great to sleep on a silk pillowcase. I love it. It's very cooling and it feels good on your skin, but it really has to be 100% silk. They're a little expensive, but it's worth it, and it does not match your hair up. I mean, there's a big difference. So I think that's a huge secret to healthy hair. And so that's all I have. I am so sorry that this video is going to be chopped up and spliced together because I've had so many interruptions, but I did want to get this video out and kind of get this little bit of health hair and light face to put on a fresh look, and just because you're a granny doesn't mean you can't have youthful, young looking skin. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and until next time, see, I'm almost finished now and the dog's quiet. Go figure. Until next time, be kind, be humble, and age gracefully. Bye.